What's up, guys? It's Friday night and it's time to bitch. And we are bitching about the tech shortage some more. As a technician, what are you doing to drive the shortage? My guess is probably a lot more than you realize. So, what are things that drive people out of this industry? We've already talked about culture, we've already talked about cost. As a technician in the Bay, working alongside the new techs coming into this field, what are you doing to help them grow? My guess is you're doing a lot of bitching about why this industry sucks, why they shouldn't be doing it, why they shouldn't be trying to do it because it's a miserable industry. We're not paid enough, we're not this, we're not that, whatever the case is. Shut up. Come with solutions. Don't come with telling people why this is so miserable to do. If you're going to be that guy, just keep your mouth shut. You know, there's a lot of disgruntled techs in this field that are really good at what they do. It's unfortunate because they're really good at what they do, but they don't feel the need to help people evolve and grow. They don't feel the need to inspire new techs coming into this to be better. That hurts the industry a lot more than I think anybody likes to acknowledge. We're the leading edge of this industry. We are the first wave that most people coming in are going to meet and work with. They do their interview with the owner or the manager, and then they're thrown out in the shop and basically thrown to the wolves. We have an obligation to those people to help them grow, evolve, and be better. We have an obligation to teach them how to think, how to approach a vehicle. We have to show them by the book the absolute right way to do it. Then we start showing them some of the shortcuts or helping them develop their own shortcuts. But we're real good at, finding all the problems and finding everything that's wrong. We're not really good at finding solutions, which is ironic because a lot of us, our job is to find solutions to problems, isn't it? If you're troubleshooting a car, isn't your job to find, isolate, and understand the problem and then fix it? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Why is it so hard to do that with the industry? Why are we so unwilling to have those uncomfortable discussions about what are we doing to kill culture? What are we doing to make information harder to access? What are we doing to make things harder on ourselves that we'll feel a little bit, but the next generation is going to feel way more? There's a lot of guys that don't really feel the need or compulsion to do anything other than complain. If you're going to do nothing but bitch at the new guys about why this industry sucks, then shut the fuck up, please. Please. We have a huge obligation to train these guys and build these guys up and teach them why this industry is so cool, why there's so much awesome stuff we can learn and do and teach. When you gatekeep information and look at it as your proprietary whatever, A, you're an asshole, and B, you're full of shit. You don't own anything. You had to learn it from somebody on your own. However, you had to learn how to do this. Nobody is born knowing how to twist wrenches. If you think you're in that minority, I promise you're not. You may have forgotten, you may be so cocky, you think you're God's gift to the industry. I promise you're not. You're probably one of the guys who is driving people out of it. It's something that really pisses me off when I see guys talking about how shitty this industry is, especially when it's at training events. You know, you're at a training event. If you're paying to be there, why the hell are you bitching about it? If your shop is paying you to be there and you're complaining about the industry, have the courage to tell them you don't want to go, right? People that are at training events generally are there because they want to learn, they want to grow, they want to evolve. If you're there complaining about it, and I saw this at ASTA, I've seen this at every event I've been at, there are a lot of people there that feel like they have to be there because their boss told them to go. They don't want to be there. Grow the balls to tell your boss you don't want to be there. Understand that you may have some consequences to deal with from that, but stop coming in and complaining. Don't go into work every day and bitch about how much your job sucks. If it sucks that much, toolbox has wheels, use them. Get out and make room for somebody who wants to be there, who wants to grow, wants to learn, wants to do this. We're real good at finding problems, find solutions. We find solutions on cars every day, find solutions to the problems in the shop, find solutions to your personal views that make you not want to do this, figure out why and then fix it. I mean, come on. We have a tech shortage because people do stupid shit like play politics, do the backstabbing bullshit that you find in dealers. Stop it. Find solutions, then execute them. Find actionable solutions to the problems that you're having or your shop is having or your organization is having, and then execute them. Better yet, find those solutions collaboratively. Work with the team. Figure out what the problem is. Figure out how to fix it and then do it. If you don't find it right the first time, it happens. Then you figure out what didn't work, what did work, and move on and try again. We have a huge problem with gatekeeping knowledge. There's some guys that are willing to help you as much as they possibly can, but you have to understand those people that you're reaching out for help for, sometimes they're busy. They have cars in their bays too that they need to figure out. But it doesn't mean they're not willing to help. Maybe they need you to help yourself a little bit. Give you a little bit of advice about where to look to find a problem and then let you go do it. If we're giving away answers, we're not really helping. If we're giving away answers and looking for silver bullets or giving out silver bullets that might or might not fix it, we're not helping anything. We're creating dependence. I'm really bad about doing that. Somebody comes up to me with a problem, I'll if I know what the answer is, I'm going to tell them. And guess what? They're coming to me the next time too, and then the next time. My job is, as a trainer in my shop or as a mentor in my shop, is to help them find the answers, not give them the answers. It's to give them the pathway, help them discover the pathway, right? Isn't that what training is? It's not giving answers, it's helping you figure out how to find the answers for yourself. We have a huge problem of building obstacles in this industry. Obstacles to progress, obstacles to solutions. I'm guilty of it. I would never in a million years say I am not guilty of doing that. I will overcomplicate the simplest thing on the planet. Instead of building obstacles, build bridges. Build pathways to get through some of these problems. Build plans around helping these guys train and learn how to navigate some of this stuff. Whether it's service info, whether it's a testing process, whatever it is. Just a basic process to put wheels on a car. Hit it with a torque stick, set it down, hit it with a torque wrench. And have somebody else hit it with a torque wrench, make sure they're tight. Basic stuff. Mark your bolts after you tighten them. There are lots of things we can do to help build good habits instead of all the bad ones we grew up with figuring this out on our own, right? There are so many different things we can do to improve it and drive people into this industry and make them want to do it. And we're not really good at doing that. We're really good at driving people out and telling them how much this sucks. If you're complaining about the tech shortage and you're doing that, just please stop talking. Just stop. Go in your corner, do your thing, whatever, and that's it. If you want to grow the industry, if you want to help people evolve and grow, and if you want to draw people into this, make it a good place to be. Make it a good shop to work at. Make it fun. We're the guys who we're all working together every day. We're all dependent on each other to have a good environment, have a fun place to work, a fun place to be. If we make it miserable, nobody's going to want to be there. Nobody's going to want to take over the reins when we do end up retiring out or dying. When we're out, what's next? We have a huge obligation to start building up trust, getting rid of the hostility that is so prevalent in so many shops and the resentment. We love beating people down and telling them why they suck. Let's tell them why they're not sucky. Tell them why they're doing well. Tell them why they're good at what they do. Build them up. Help them celebrate the wins. The wins does not mean you're just doing your job right. It means you got to win. Take it for what it is. It's a win. You did your job right and the job came out well. That's still a win. Take it as that. But guys, we have a huge problem in this industry of not building people up and not recognizing each other and not appreciating each other. At the end of the day, all we have are people. Right? The cars are always going to be there, but the people won't. Appreciate the people you work with. Appreciate the people you're around. Acknowledge them and let them know they mean something to you. Let them know they're important to you. Take care of yourselves, guys. We'll see you next week.